Okay, so why is your music getting no streams despite being great? Okay, why is your music sounding amazing and still getting no following, no streams, no nothing? It's a big question because at the end of the day, like logically thinking about it, yeah, it makes sense that as soon as you make better music, you should be getting more followers, more streams, more recognition, whatever, and more money as well because you're making better quality stuff. But you know, that is something most people need to learn the hard way. Okay, good music doesn't always correlate streams. That is not enough, and it's something that I had to learn the hard way, and I learned a better way to think about it. Because at the end of the day, firstly, we need to break it down. Firstly, if we look at the best artists in the world in terms of the quality of their music, you're not gonna find those people on Spotify. You're gonna find those people in orchestras and in the operas and whatever. If I told you to name the best musician in the world, you wouldn't know their name because there's people making great music who have no following, no fans, no nothing. Whereas the people you see on maybe Spotify, on the billboards, on social media, those are not the best quality music. We know that pop music is shit, but still that music is the music getting the most streams. And so you need to first understand that good music does not equal streams. Okay, not always. It's not enough. Okay, good music only is not enough to get streams. And I remember when I kind of first, I made music for a while before I started putting it out there, and you probably did too. I feel like most people, when they make music, they start because it's fun. Sit down, make some music. You probably made it for a while, and then you've gotten to a point where maybe you show it to friends or family, and they tell you that it's decent. That's what happened to me. My family were friends, whatever, they were impressed. They were like, yo, you made this. And so that's when I realized that maybe I should start, putting it out there, maybe post on social media, maybe do even Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever. That's kind of when I got that idea. And so when I did, I realized that my music is probably good enough to get streams. But I didn't get any streams. And I tried making better music and better music and better music, but I didn't get anything. And it all changed when I heard this song by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti like a year ago, almost 2 years, a year and a half ago maybe. The Timeless song, where they go na 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 na, and I was so shocked because it was a shit song in terms of like the rapping. Playboi Carti rapping, it was horrible in terms of like he didn't say anything of worth or value. But I just heard it and it's like it was very infectious, and I realized that the music probably wasn't the best. And I love that song, but it isn't like the quality in terms of how we see quality as artists. It's something much more like deeper in that. And so I remember I kind of thought about this concept that I'm gonna tell you about today, and I made this song. I remember I first put it on SoundCloud, and this was my first like kind of like, I want to say big song, but in terms of me who had no followers, it was kind of the first song that I actually gained something. And so I remember I made it. It was sloppily made. I made it quickly, put on even autotune on that shit, and I posted it, and I fell asleep. A few hours later, I woke up, whatever, took a piss, checked my phone, and boom, I already had like 4,000 streams on that song without any kind of marketing. I just posted it, and it fucking hit the algorithm, and I was like so shocked. Okay, on this SoundCloud, so SoundCloud algorithm is a bit more susceptible to new artists, okay? But that happened, and now looking back at that song, and that the first time that I ever kind of like had people listen to my music, I really thought back to that because that wasn't my best song, and that wasn't like a great quality song, but it's something else that makes music connect to people. And so you need to think about the psychology of music, and it's something that I always go back to in these videos. The psychology of music. Like, why do people listen to music? Okay, people don't and people won't listen to music because it's good. Okay, at the end of the day, because music is just sound, and sound, just good sounding sound, is just still sound without meaning. It won't make people care. Okay, so you need to figure out another way, and another reason for people to listen to your music. And so there's all these things. Okay, there's so many things, but the quality of it. The quality is not like, as long as it's above a certain level, the quality doesn't really matter. Okay, as long as it's like not bad, the quality doesn't really matter. And so we can put quality to the side, okay? And think about, there's so many different things. There are identity. People like to listen to music that reinforce their identity or their beliefs, or some type of community. Community is another one. Community is great because people love to listen to music that makes them feel like they're part of a community. People love to feel songs that give them an emotional payoff as well. That's another way. So you have a bunch of different reasons. And what I kind of had to figure out was that when I made music, I just tried to make the quality music, okay? But the quality is not enough. You need to figure out a way to get like people to actually like feel like they get a reward from listening to your music, and a reward that's like tied to music. So it can either be identity, like is it a belief or an identity thing that they want tied to them? For example, when people listen to gangster rap, they want to listen to the music and feel like a gangster. It reinforces kind of an identity. If people listen to, if people go to concerts and listen to this type of music, they want to feel like they're part of a community. If people listen to sad songs when they're sad, they want that emotional payoff. And so you need to like dial in on that, and don't think about the quality of the music, but think about what reward and what payoff can I give people when they listen to my music. And then you start to like actually kind of figure it out. And so I'm so sorry for interrupting, but we've made it kind of our mission to help independent artists build a fan base and grow and teach music marketing and reach their goals in music. And so we've just opened up this thing where we do coaching calls and weekly calls and content templates and courses, and we kind of help you build a brand and build a brand with you for your music to grow and actually build a fan base and build something that connects with people to get your music heard. Then it's just opened up. It's really cheap right now, but just first thing in the description, no pressure at all. Just keep watching the video. And I think the problem with like modern kind of music marketing and ideas on that, especially on YouTube, like advice, is that they always focus on this thing where it's about kind of reactions and getting reactions and engagement on like social media and short form content. But that is a bad way to get people to listen to your music, because at the end of the day, you're getting people to listen to your music not because they feel like it's part of their identity or something special to them, or it makes them feel an emotional payoff. You're making them listen to your music because it's a funny meme or whatever. And so I think there's a trap with short form content where it's like, if you just think about, I need to get views on short form content and then transfer that to social media, to my music. And what's going to happen is people are going to maybe watch the video on social media, and then maybe they will go to Spotify. But at the end of the day, they don't care about the music. And so firstly, good music is not enough. And just getting people straight from social media to your music is not enough, because people won't care enough. And people like, you can't think that people will listen to your music because they want to support you or whatever. No, you need to like give them a reason to, beyond that, something that supports them. Because at the end of the day, we are egotistical creatures in a way. And so we need to kind of like think of it as a product, okay, as like an entrepreneur. In what way is my product helping people? It's kind of the way. But at the end of the day, like, this is just like a video. If you want like kind of other people to listen to your music, like if you make great music for yourself, then make it for yourself and have fun, whatever. If you want streams, then kind of start thinking about like, in what way is my music serving others? In what way would people care about my music? And so kind of the lesson for the day I thought I'd share. As I said, I probably had a clip in this video where there's a link in the description. If you actually want to kind of like, get some more help on the music marketing side of things, because it's a hard thing to navigate, but there are countless videos on this channel. So if you feel like you want to take this seriously, there's a lot of videos on this channel where I try to help independent artists and artists in general to like get their voice heard and get their music heard. And if you think that's something that you're interested in, just like subscribe and comment what else you would like a video on, what advice you want. So yeah, great, peace.